Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars in a Galaxy Epic Confrontations, the show where trivia matchups and rivalries get epic. I'm Eli, back with co-host and co-writer of this show, Connor Chiquiti. What's going on, Connor?
What's up, Eli? Let's get to it. Let's get to this match.
Yeah, this match is great. We have two incoming rookie players, debut players, never played a match before. Their first singles match. We have Brian Fennessy, who, if you don't know him, he's a beloved figure in the Star Wars community, and he impressed us with a great, with among other things, great knowledge of Star Wars universe, great score on the Dragon Con trivia test, which is very notoriously difficult. Connor and I did this on the in a Galaxy YouTube channel. Very, very difficult. And then we have Chris Ryons, who, what hasn't this guy done? Like, he hosts 3 different Star Wars shows. He knows so much about the galaxy far, far away. One of the things that I think makes Chris an extremely deadly EC player is his knowledge of the books and comics. Because those, they don't come up as often as you think, but they do come up, and when used at the right moment at the right time, they could be really deadly.
Knowledge is power in this case.
Knowledge is power. Absolutely. You ready to bring them both in?
Let's do it.
It's time for an epic confrontation. Introducing first. Come on and lose yourself now, everybody. How we move your body. I am the record. Fennessy.
What's up, everybody?
I love the song choice.
I thought so too.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's Space Blink 182.
Yeah.
Space Blink 182. Welcome to Epic Confrontations, Brian.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I can't be happier than to be here with you two tonight.
We're glad to have you,
Absolutely.
Brian. I'm really excited to see how this goes.
But a new challenger approaches, and his opponent making his Epic Confrontations debut. Baron Administrator Chris Ryons.
This man is just so chill. He's just ready to just take everyone down.
Look, Brian, he's this guy. He's been talking smack, whatever show I'm on, be it a Poodoo or streaming Star Wars with Nick and Pete Fletcher, or maybe in my DMs, or sending me little tweets or whatnot, talking smack. Look, I'm not gonna cut a promo on you. I'm really good at it, but I'm not gonna cut a promo on you. I'm here to talk, answer some questions. Whoever wins. Brian, I'm good.
I know.
Good.
Listen, I just figured my only shot is to try to throw you off your game, which obviously has not worked.
I love that.
Already some heated debate between the competitors. Let's get to round one. The rules of round one are as follows. Each competitor will receive 10 questions from different parts of the Star Wars universe. Competitors have 15 seconds to write down the answer or an answer on whatever you have, whiteboard equivalent, something like that. When the time runs out, I'll ask each competitor to turn their whiteboard or equivalent and reveal their answer while also saying the answer. Each question in round one is worth 1 point. There's no opportunities for stealing or to receive multiple choice options. If you get all 10 questions correct, you'll receive a bonus question also worth 1 point. And during the duration of the match, each of you have 4 usages of repeating the question to buy yourself an extra 15 seconds if you didn't hear something correctly. If you want to just get yourself another 15 seconds to think about something, use those. Also, if you think something's fishy, something's up with one of the questions or the way your opponent answered one of the questions, feel free to use a challenge, and we will consult and then get to the challenge. And Connor's looking like that because last match we had 3-4 challenges.
There was a decent amount of controversy.
And I know I'm not saying not to use those, but I know that Connor specifically is looking to avoid that.
Yes,
But
very much so.
But hopefully, I think these questions will be
Let's hope for
better
a clean
written.
match, fellas.
The first question is in the category of The Force Awakens. What is the name of the main outpost on Jakku? First question, 15 seconds. Here we go. Another EC match.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And Chris.
I did like 2 different spellings. I'm not sure which one it is, but I'm gonna go with the second one I did and add an extra I to it. And my handwriting sucks. Nima?
That's correct. Spelling doesn't count. Like if it's close, it's fine. Brian?
I also went with 2 eyes on Nima.
Both correct. That's 1-1. Starting off,
job,
tied
Chris.
game. Here we go. Connor, next question.
So, our next question comes in the category of The Phantom Menace. How does Captain Panaka refer to the Hutts?
God, my handwriting sucks.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And Chris.
Gangsters.
That's correct for another point. And Brian.
Gangsters.
That's correct. 2-2. Tied game.
Man, Brian, keep
Next
it prepared. He's got the whiteboard and everything. I'm just like, paper, Sharpie, and I'm good.
I have
Next
kids.
question is
They all-
from the category.
These are like left over from homeschooling
Gotcha.
from the year before.
Oh, from the lockdown. Yeah, I got it.
Next category is the galaxy, which consists of alien species, creatures, and locations. The question is, Jane Busby plays which Ewok?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And Chris?
Yeah, I got this one wrong. It's either Nira or Nomi, something with an N in it.
That is incorrect. Brian?
I put Logray.
That is incorrect.
Straight up
The
guess.
answer was Chief Turpa. Chief Turpa.
Oh, see, I was thinking female Ewok. I'm like trying to just thinking, oh, that was an easy
Yeah.
one. Okay.
Next question, Connor.
Your next question comes in the category of my favorite Star Wars show, Star Wars Rebels. What is the name of the revered Twi'lek totem passed down from parent to child?
I was really hoping I could sneak a Pop Blue reference into that last question because we got to pay homage to your boy. Okay, we got to do that, Connor.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And Chris.
Calicori.
That's correct. And Brian.
Calicori.
That's correct. 3-3. 3-3. Very impressive so far from both competitors. Next category is the Clone Wars series. T-Wat Ka, Nuvo Vindi, Ga Noct, Heavy, Fives, Hondo Onaka, and C-3PO all appear in which season of Star Wars: The Clone Wars? My favorite.
Can you repeat that?
Questions. Absolutely. That's your first repeat. T-Wat Ka, Nuvo Vindi, Ga Noct, Heavy, Fives, Hondo Onaka, and C-3PO all appear in which season of Star Wars: The Clone Wars? Brian's first repeat.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And Chris.
2.
That is incorrect. And Brian.
Season 1?
That is correct. Brian takes a 1-point lead, 4-3 so far. Season 1 is correct. Next question, Connor, go ahead.
Your next question comes in the category of The Bad Batch. The Bad
show that
Batch meets Trace and Rafa Martez on a planet to retrieve the head of a now decommissioned separatist tactical droid on what planet?
Very competitive game so far. Only a 1-point difference.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And Chris.
Corellia.
That is correct. And Brian.
Corellia.
That's correct. 5-4. 5-4 so far. No perfect rounds, but very apt competitorship so far here. Next question.
I'm just happy to be keeping up with them.
Next question is in the
Reading.
category. Next question is again the category of
What are you doing? Light speed skipping. How do you know how to do that?
light speed skipping, our mixed bag category. And the question is, who is the first pilot to die on screen at the Battle of Yavin? 15 seconds.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And Chris.
Can't be. Porkins?
That is correct. Brian.
It was between him and Biggs, and I went with Biggs.
That is incorrect. We are tied up 5-5.
I'm sitting there like,
Yo, go. For a
I'm
split
just going
second,
over in my head. I'm trying to figure out which one's first.
I was like, for a split second, Wedge came through my head. I'm like, no, that can't be. No, he's still.
He's a 9. Like,
It's
All
his
right,
ghost.
Connor.
It's Force Ghost.
so our next question comes in the category of the Clone Wars show. The faking of a death of which famous Star Wars character takes place at the start of the season 4 episode Deception?
Love this question too.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And Chris.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That is correct. And Brian.
It was my handwriting was so bad.
I thought it was going to be. I thought it was a trick question for a moment.
Yeah. I forgot that was like a season opener.
Yeah.
Did I say? I don't think it said it was a season. It's not a season opener.
Oh,
I don't think it is. I don't know. I was like, did I read that question?
I think it's a mid-season. Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah,
it's a season
6-6.
opener.
Anyway, 6-6. Going into question number 9, the penultimate question of this round, in the category of the Rise of Skywalker. How old is Chewbacca in the Rise of Skywalker? I see now.
5, 4,
Confused.
3, 2, 1.
And Chris.
I don't know about absolute axe stream. I'm gonna say 233.
That is incorrect. And Brian.
My math is probably off, but I went with 202.
That is also incorrect. It's flat 250. Flat 250. 6-6.
$1, Drew.
Hold on. He's 190 in Solo. That's 10 years before.
Yeah.
That's 10 years before New Hope. And then there's
Wait.
3 years, and there's 4 years, and then it's somewhere in the 230s.
They say 250 in the movie.
Oh, they're lying. I'll tell you
Wait.
that. No, I don't know.
Goddamn JJ.
Ruining
wait.
canon, Abrams.
Ruining my childhood.
Wait, actually, I just
It's all ruined. I don't like this show anymore.
I'm just
I don't like Star Wars
let me
anymore.
check. Let me check this actually, because Chris has a point. Let me see.
I like this game.
Okay, so yeah, here's what I'm gonna do with that actually. Here's my ruling on that. I think we're gonna do a replacement question. We're gonna do a replacement question because I did just realize. So they say he's 250 in the script of The Rise of Skywalker. They say in the movie that he's 250, but he's not 250. I checked, and his official birth date is 200 BBY, which means he's 234 in The Rise of Skywalker. So, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a replacement question for this. And actually, I know what we'll do. We'll you'll just do 10 and 11 instead of 9.
9 and 10.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we're still at 6-6. This is going to be our replacement question technically. So here we go. Okay, this is your real penultimate question of the round. Connor, go ahead.
In the category of the Revenge of the Sith, Obi-Wan tells R2-D2 to hit which eye of the buzz droid?
All right.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And Chris.
Center.
That is correct. And Brian.
Center.
That's correct. Final question of the round comes from the Clone Wars movie, Clone Wars film. On what planet does a duel between Anakin Skywalker and Count Dooku take place? 7-7 so far.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And Chris.
I've seen a movie like once, but I think Tatooine.
It is Tatooine. That's correct. And Brian.
I put Teth.
And with
That would be
that, Chris.
sick,
I
though.
knew it was
It
wrong.
still,
I'm
it
like,
still starts with a T. You're still there,
Yeah.
man.
And with that, Chris leads at the end of round 1, 8
almost
to
as close
7,
as your age
8
guess.
to 7. Just a little bit off. Let's see. So let's get to round 2. So I'll just explain the rules of round 2, or as follows: each player is going to be able to spin our wheel. You're going to receive a category from which to answer 5 questions. You can respin the wheel once if you don't like what you get, but if you land on opponent's choice either time, you got to keep it. Each question in round 2 of the 5 questions is worth 2 points. You'll have 15 seconds to answer each question. Your opponent can steal. Your questions, but you can also ask for 4 multiple choice options, but that will diminish the value of your question to 1 point.
So how does one steal?
Basically, we'll if somebody gets a question wrong, we'll then ask the other competitor.
Gotcha.
And they will receive.
No jumping
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
No jumping. Okay.
Yeah. And so Chris.
How many questions?
5 questions. Yeah. Chris has all 4 repeats left, and Brian has 3. Chris, as you are in the lead, you have the option. Do you want to spin first, or do you want Brian to spin first?
Go ahead.
Okay, Brian's gonna spin the wheel first.
Interesting.
Here we go, deferring to
There might be
Brian.
some reverse psychology going on here. I'm very
Absolutely.
I'm just being polite.
You're a gentleman and a scholar.
All right, let's see. Let's do this. Here we go, Brian. That's the galaxy right there. Do you want to respin, Brian?
No, I'll allow it.
Sorry, what was that? You lagged a little bit for me.
No, I'll take that.
Okay, you'll take the galaxy. You're taking the galaxy. Creatures, alien species, and locations. I'll read for
Okay,
Brian
that's what that
and,
means?
Yeah,
Yeah.
means. Yeah,
That's what that means.
Wait a minute.
Let's see. So I'll read for Brian and you'll read for Chris, Connor.
It's fine with me.
Okay, the galaxy. 5 questions in the galaxy. Here we go. For 2 points each. Here we go. First question in the galaxy. What is the name of the Galusian singer aboard the First Light?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A. Joe Blasto, B. Arodia Ventifoli, C. Lulio Primoc, or D. Laco Targan.
It's C.
That is correct for a point. So it is 8-8 now. 8-8.
C is the go-to answer with multiple choice. Oh, let's C.
Second question.
Christian, I have seen summer school.
In what system is Utapau located?
Multiple choice.
A. Tattoo. B. Yost. C. Hetzel. Or D. Utapau.
D. Utapau?
That is correct. Utapau is in the Utapau system.
Okay.
Third question.
That was too easy.
What
I
is
was
the
thrown off.
species? What is the species of the creature that swallows R2-D2 on Dagobah?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A. A Dalgo. B. A Brezik. C. A dragon snake. Or D. A Rogwart.
A?
That is incorrect. I'll read the options to Chris and the question again, and he'll have a chance to steal.
C.
Chris, you're already going C, and that is correct. For 1 point steal, that is 9-9.
It's the multiple choice thing, man. Just go with C.
9-9 so far. Fourth question. What planet is the captured Omega taken to by bounty hunter Cad Bane to be handed off to Taun We?
Elfrona.
That is incorrect, but I appreciate the effort. Chris, I'll ask you again. You cannot check the multiple choice. What planet is the captured Omega taken to by bounty hunter Cad Bane to be handed off to Taun We?
And I can't do multiple choice?
Yeah, no, you can't. Not on seal.
Yeah, I don't know.
The answer was Borovio. Borovio was the name of the planet. The final question, Chris. And final question, Brian. Whoops. On what planet is Order 66 executed in the first episode of The Bad Batch Season 1?
Is it Megiddo?
That is incorrect. And Chris for the steal.
Crap. That
On
was
what
my
planet?
answer too. Hold on. I can't think of it. I can't think of the name.
The answer is Collar. Collar is the name of the planet. So
Or is that the
we
comic
end the
book
round.
answer?
No, it's both answers.
Yeah. It's
It's
the same.
both answers.
It's night and day, pretty much.
Literally.
It's literally night and day. Okay, all right. So let's pull up the wheel for Chris. They're currently tied 9-9. So Chris has room to make a lot of ground, to gain a lot of ground. Here we go. Let's do this. The galaxy, I'm going to spin again because we already did that. Okay, seriously, you got to stop landing on the galaxy.
It must really like the galaxy.
The Clone Wars series. Do you want to take this or do you want to spin again, Chris?
Spin again.
Okay, here we go. I swear to God, if you land on the galaxy.
Yeah, I probably
I
should.
know. It's Phantom Menace. Phantom Menace is his slice, and here we go. Chris, 5 questions in the Phantom Menace, brought to you by Connor. You have multiple choice options. And your opponents can steal. Go ahead, Connor.
Chris, your first question in the Phantom Menace category. Who flies as Bravo leader in the Phantom Menace?
Oh, the greatest, Rick Ollier.
That's correct for 2 points.
Next question. How does TC-14 address the Jedi when they board the Lucre Hulk? And again, you have multiple choice if you need it.
Yeah, let's do multiple choice.
Okay. A, ambassadors. B, diplomats. C, consulars, or D, envoys?
Ambassadors. A.
That is correct.
That's correct for another point. 12
The
9.
next question. How many battle droids approach the room where Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon are in?
I want to say 4. But yeah.
Is that your
fuck
final
it,
answer?
4. Yeah. Oh no,
that is-
no. Give me multiple choice on that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A, 6, B, 9, C, 8, D, 12.
6.
That is incorrect. Brian for the 1 point steal. Connor, read those multiple choice options again.
You
Yes,
got
please.
it. A, 6, B, 9, C, 8, or D, 12. And your opponent chose A.
B9.
That is also incorrect. We were looking for C8.
C. Why didn't I?
Oh,
C.
it's
Brian is always C. Why are we both? Oh. I remember high school.
It's funny that in the moments that it counts, it is always.
The next
Okay, Connor, go ahead.
question is
C.
what is Captain Tarple's first name?
Multiple choice.
A. Oh, I can't even read these. A.
I can do it.
Cobbler. B. Ruger. C. Bub. Or D. Roos.
I'm gonna say B, and I already forgot what. But I think it's B.
That's incorrect. And Brian for the steal.
Don't say
Read the
it.
multiple choice
Don't say
options
C.
again.
Don't say C.
A.
Connor.
Cobbler. B. Ruger. C. Bub. D. Roos. And your opponent chose B.
I'm not doing it, Chris. I'm going to go with D.
That's
We're
probably
gonna go
the right
with D. D is correct for 1 point. The 1 point steal. So I believe that means that that the score is now 12-10. Chris is still leading by 2 points going into the final question of
And the final
round.
question in the category of the Phantom Menace. What being does Anakin refer to Padme as when they first meet?
one. Angel.
That's correct. Give him another 2 points. And at the end of the round, Chris leads 4 points, 14-10. 14-10 as we go into round 3. But anything can happen. The game is not over in the slightest yet.
You and I definitely know that.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, we do. Round 3. The rules are as follows. Each team is going to select, each player is going to select 3 numbers between 1 and 20. You got to choose different numbers than each other. Each number will correspond to a category of questions. The 3 questions will be worth 2 points, 3 points, and then 5 points. And it's a giant game of catch up. So Brian, you're going to try and catch up to Chris's score, and whoever has the most points at the end of the round wins. I believe all of the repeats from round 1 that weren't used are still left. So Chris has 4 and Brian has 3. And okay, so Chris, as you're in the lead, which 3 numbers do you want to choose for your category?
Let's see. 2, 14, and 10.
2, 14, and 10. And Brian.
I'm going to go with 8, 12, and 19.
8, 12, and 19. Okay, so here's where we stand. It is 14-10. In order to catch up to Chris, Brian must answer his 2 and 3 point question correctly. So we're going to go to the 2 point question first. I'm going to be asking Brian the 2 point question in category 8. That is, category 8 is
Sacred Jedi texts.
Oh, read them, have you? Well, page turners, they were not.
The Sacred Jedi Text, which is our books and comics category. Who wrote?
I'm so happy Chris didn't choose this one.
This is for 2 points. Who wrote the novel Shadowfall?
Alexander Freed?
That's correct for 2 points. So to avoid a technical knockout and to pass it back to Chris, you got to answer this 3-point question correctly. Here we go. In category 12. 12. Oh my God. Here we go.
What are you doing? Light speed skipping. How do you know how to do that?
Light speed skipping, mixed bag for 3 points. Here we go. For 3 big points and to stay alive. Wedge Antilles, Leia Organa, Gial Akbar, Darth Vader, Yendor, Crix Maydeen, the Contessa, and Dalvin Kyrell are all characters in which Star Wars novel?
Twilight Company.
That is incorrect. The answer we were looking for is Lost Stars. Lost Stars. Okay, and finally, category 19. To avoid the technical knockout, to pass it back to Chris, that would make the score 14-17. The Clone Wars series is your 5-point category. And to avoid the technical knockout, what is the name of the room in which Ahsoka Tano is barred from the Jedi Order?
Five, four, three,
The courtroom.
2.
And your winner, by way of technical knockout, Baron Administrator Chris Ryons. 14-12 technical knockout. Chris Ryons does it. Beats Brian Fennessy. Wow, that was a heart-pumping match. Tons of twists and turns. Great round ones from both competitors. Round 2 and 3 were absolutely a crazy thing to see. Wow, that was crazy. Let me so now that Chris has indeed won against Brian Fennessy, Chris, I have another player who's won a match who is ready to face you.
Well, like right now?
They're not. No, they're not. No, not
Like,
right
whoa.
now. I'm just saying. No, not right now. Not right now. Not
Let's
right now.
see if
From
you're
under the
mad.
ring
But they're ready in the future. And
it's
that
Alden,
is
isn't it?
our. It's not Alden. No,
it's
Alden's.
not.
Alden's.
He's busy.
He's got
Alden's
something
on a
else
slate.
lined up.
Tell me it's Scotty.
Alden has someone else. It's not Scotty. It's not Scotty. It is, however, his partner in crime, Jerry the Cannon Junkie.
Oh, Jerry.
So, yeah, Jerry won his match against Buck O'Brien a few months ago, and so I'm wondering, will you accept this match against Jerry? And what do you got to say to him?
I reject Jerry's challenge because Jerry is no challenge, but I will be happy to whoop up on him. That's a Clubber Lang line from Rocky 3. I had to steal it.
That's one to look out for in the future, folks. Chris Ryons versus Jerry the Cannon Junkie. Who will get that second win? Both of these gentlemen, though, played very, very well today, despite the technical knockout result.
Thank you.
Ryan, you were a worthy opponent, sir.
Thank you, Chris. I'm just happy that I made it to round 3 with you.
I'm kind of sad. I kind of wanted to
anyway.
do my questions. I don't. Oh man.
Anyway, first of all, can both of you plug where you're, where we can find you and all that kind of stuff? Go ahead, Chris first.
He's going to be a while.
Yeah, I'm on a couple of shows. Yeah, you can find me at Broaxium. We do our quick shot previews of the Star Wars comics. We got Shooting the Poodle on Sundays. We got the Nice Guys podcast, Star Bros podcast, BX Gaming. We're about to do another new comic show with myself, Dan, and Rick Villanueva. That's about to go down at the end of the month. I'm missing something. I know I am. Oh, yeah. Check out our Unrefined Bro Axiom little shorts that we do as well. You can also find me with Blue Bantha Milk, and we're about to start doing some stuff on a regular basis starting next month. We're going to have some streams going on, and we're working on some scripts and things like that. And then you can catch me every Friday on the Streaming Star Wars channel for Force Connect with my buddies Nick Milky and Pete Fletzer. So, yeah, check us out. Brian will be there.
Usually am.
That's right.
Ryan, go ahead.
You can find me on Twitter and Hive at BMFen. And other than that, you'll usually find me in the comments or the live chat stirring stuff up.
Absolutely.
And all of your favorite shows in our little corner of the fandom.
Absolutely. I'm gonna just remove both of you right now. I'm gonna Connor, would you like to promote your stuff right now?
Sure. Twitter and Hive, both at Depa Banana. Instagram at ConmanJFO. I don't really use it. I co-host 2 Star Wars podcasts. One called the Nerd Academy Podcast, specifically our Star Wars show, Knights of the Nerd Republic. I co-host it with one of the competitor, a competitor of this show, Jared the Dark Jedi. We talk Star Wars there. And then one of our question writers, Donovan, I co-host with him over at For the Republic podcast. Pretty much do the same thing, talk about Star Wars shows. And then you can find me on sweditor.com/fiction. I help create stories. I don't have any fan stories in the Star Wars universe. I don't have any out yet. One I will have out in March. It's called A Knight's Welcome. It's very short. And by short, I mean like you be able to read it in like 10 minutes. It's very easy read, I would assume. I would think so.
Okay, before I go in, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
And the synopsis, I will give that. The synopsis is a fateful encounter with a mysterious being leads Cal to discover secrets of the Force he once thought impossible. So I'm writing about my favorite ginger boy, Cal Kestis, because he's one of my
Absolutely. Before I get to plugging all of the stuff for this show and my other stuff, I'd like to talk about the next Epic Confrontation match, February's match. The Dark Jedi's back, everybody, and he wants more blood, and so that's why he is gearing up against our new competitor, Kentucky one, Bill Sheehy, the other half of Skywalking Through the League. He beat up on his co-host Trey last year with a technical knockout win. Can he do it again? That will be February's match, and March's matches. You'll see there are 2 in March, and one of them's already been teased, and the other one, we'll get to when we get to it. But you can follow me at In a Galaxy Pod on Twitter, at Star Wars in a Galaxy on Instagram. That's just our main show. At In a Galaxy Trivia on Twitter is this show, Epic Confrontations. My personal account is at OchiFan327 on Twitter. Listen to our show on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to our podcasts. Whenever you listen to podcasts in general, you can find us there. Our YouTube channel, Star Wars in a Galaxy. If you're hearing this, you're probably watching it on here, but hit that subscribe button, hit that like button on this video to stay updated with all we do. And this was just a crazy match today. I'm so glad. These are going to come out a few weeks apart from each other, but we filmed this within days of filming EC8. So I'm just glad to be back in the swing of recording these matches. These are just so fun to write and to record. And thanks to everybody who was involved. And until next time, it's Force be with you always.
Stay Bombad.